Hi, I'm Natalie Rydstrom here from SportsReview.com, and I've got Lee Phelps, host for William Hill's In Play Radio, here on the line. It's a Thursday, and he's back again with some accas for this weekend. The first one we're looking at, Lee, is the over 2.5 goals, and I believe you've picked 3 matches that you are sure are going to go over 2.5 goals. Which ones have you got?
Yeah, I've gone for Bournemouth versus Sunderland, first of all. Bournemouth are 6th in the over-under table, averaging 3 goals per game for their matches. And their opponents, Sunderland, averaging 3.4 per game. We know that Sunderland are struggling to keep clean sheets. And I think Bournemouth are quite an attractive team. I'd like to get forward. I think Sunderland can maybe try and hit them on the break in this match. So I can easily see 3 or more goals in this one. Second up, Stoke versus Leicester. Now, I admit this is a bit of a tricky one. Stoke haven't scored a goal at home yet this season, but I think they know that needs to change quite quickly. Leicester City have been scoring plenty of goals and conceding. Both teams have scored in both their away games so far. So look, I expect that one to be a both team to score. I just like the price. I thought if Stoke get a goal, I think the game will open up. So I like that one. And Tottenham versus Crystal Palace. Again, I mean, Tottenham haven't been fantastic in terms of goal scoring, but I think Crystal Palace is the kind of team who will drag goals out of you. We've seen how good an away team they are. Unbelievable. The last 10 away games in the Premier League, they've lost 2 and won 8. Unbelievable. So, you know, I think the bottom one and the top one really like. The Stoke one, admittedly, is a little bit of a risk, but I think at the price of 2.05, it's decent. So it's a nice treble, that one. It comes to 7.47. So one of your $10 on.
Yeah.
It's a nice return.
Yeah. My only one concern, obviously, is the Bournemouth versus Sunderland match, just because the last 2 matches, obviously, Bournemouth have only got 1 goal in, and especially, for example, playing against like Leicester, who Leicester actually, because I'm going the Stoke versus Leicester one, I can actually see the over 2.5 goals in that, because Stoke are scoring and they are conceding, so I think that does give the opportunity for Stoke to score. So I actually like that one. The Bournemouth versus Sunderland one, though. Sunderland, you can see them getting a few goals in, can't you? They scored 2-2 against Aston Villa on the road, but then 0-1 playing Tottenham at home. So I think that would be my only concern one, actually. One I would have added in there, or thought about adding in, was the Chelsea versus Arsenal match, just because obviously Chelsea's defence right now, I believe they've got the worst defence. I think it's 12 goals they've conceded. So I would have maybe included that one or converted that one for the Bournemouth versus Sunderland. What do you think about the Chelsea versus Arsenal game?
I think it'll be tight. I think it'll be really tight. I think Chelsea will want to keep a clean sheet. I don't think they'll go crazy here. I don't think they'll try and beat Arsenal. And Arsenal, I think, when you see them against the big teams last season, they've been really, really cagey. You know, Arsene Wenger knows that if they come away from Stamford Bridge with a draw, I think he'll be very happy. So I think they'll both play for the draw. It might be a real cagey game, that one. I didn't like that one for the overs. It's a shorter price as well than a lot of them. So, yeah, that's why I went for that one. But yeah, Bournemouth Sunderland 1.91, Stoke Leicester 2.05, and Tottenham versus Palace 1.91.
Fantastic. Yep, and 7.47 there, the odds for that. Lee Phelps, thank you for coming on the show and sharing this with us.
Pleasure. Good luck.